Good day, bikers. Jimmy here, welcoming you to Season 2, Session 1 of Brits on Bikes. I can't begin to tell you how delighted I am to be leading you once more through the bonkers world of Marsh Haven. Now, if you're listening to this on release day, chances are I'm probably hurtling up the motorway bound for Pod UK 2020 over in Birmingham, and undoubtedly a quivering mass of excitement, anxiety and caffeine. If you happen to be attending, do come and seek me out for stickers, awkward hugs, handshakes, whatever your preference. Also, be sure to stay tuned at the end of the show for a promo from our friends over at the Forsyth Fantasy Hour, a D&D 5th ed actual play that's a whole heap of fun and a real family affair. Anyway, that's enough from me. Let's get on with the show. Good day, folks, and welcome to episode 1 of Brits on Bikes, season 2. So we had a little chat last week, and now it's time to get gaming. With me this evening is Eve.
Howdy.
And Sean.
Good evening.
How very refined of you.
You're welcome. Keeping it classy.
Oh my god, this is where it's going to go. I can just... Oh dear. You're not going to bully me, are you, Sean?
Of course not.
I'm not going to get sweet, sweet revenge.
No, because if I were to do that and you came and guested on my podcast, then you'd do the same to me. So I've got to be good.
This is true.
I'm going to go ahead and give y'all pre-permission to pull this on my podcast.
Yeah, that's only because you can handle it. I'm just awkward and British, and I don't tend to handle bullying very well. Okay, so just before we begin, there was one thing that we didn't do last week, and I just really wanted to just very, very quickly touch on it. I just wanted to ask you about any no-go areas with regards to plot over the coming weeks and whatnot. Is there anything in particular that you'd prefer not to do?
I can't really think of anything. You know my my stuff.
Yeah.
Also cannot think of anything. But nothing to do with bees.
Nothing to do with bees?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm not getting rid of my beekeeper hat.
That's fine. That's as close as we get.
Is this harm to bees or just bees in general?
No, just bees. I'm just trying to get rid of my brand, you know. It's been with me for such a long time, and I just want to...
Well, you're going to have to get rid of your beekeeper's outfit then.
I can't do that. That's not happening.
I can just see 20 years from now, all the kids doing Brits on Bikes cosplay, dressed in a beekeeper's hat.
I really like your optimism on how long Brits on Bikes fandom's gonna last.
It will last for as long as my cold black soul can endure this torturous game. Right. Anyway.
100 more years. 100 more years.
And besides, you're assuming that it's just going to be a game. At some point, it will be an extended universe, so then anything could happen.
Good point.
Okay, so are we ready? It is widely accepted that there are fewer things more gratifying in the world than finding a good stick. You know the kind, the ones that you can just get your fingers round. The type of stick you can peel off its bark in one long satisfying strip. A stick that is weighted just right so that when you run it along a fence, its dull clunks outperform even the greatest concert orchestra. Give a child a stick and rest assured a whole world of imagination will open up. As we begin our story, a stick of this calibre comes into focus, and as we pull back we see the stick grasped in a hand. The hand belongs to a very frightened little boy. Whatever games he was playing, he's not playing them now. Now he runs as fast as he can, occasionally glancing back or to briefly pause and lean on his trusty stick. The camera zooms out farther, and we can see that it is night, and we are on the streets of Marsh Haven. The boy has taken a brief respite when suddenly a gust of wind forces the boy to jump in fright. From your vantage point, it looked like a slither of black cloth came into existence and just as quickly vanished, flittering past the boy. The boy doesn't hesitate and darts into the shadows, slipping into one of the many winding alleys that make up the town. Seconds later, his head pops round from behind the building, and seeing no one there, breathes a sigh of relief, his dishevelled and weary body leaning against the brick wall, hopeful that the worst of his ordeal was finally over. Of course it wasn't. This was just the beginning. For what the boy couldn't see was the long dark shadow around him on the wall, the shadow forming into a figure. And with another sudden gust of wind, what appears to be a tattered black robe shoots out of the wall and envelops the boy. With no more than a faint hiss, both shadow, boy, and stick are gone. Across town, there's another kid fighting battles of their own. Dee, you are having a dream, as you do.
I love those. Those always end well, and great things happen in those.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to roll grit for me, please.
Hey, I'm good at that. That's 5.
That'll do it, that's fine. I'm going to give you control of this dream, so I want you to tell me what is happening in this dream.
Well, I mean, is it a good dream, a bad dream?
This is only 5 weeks on from the events of the Purge pageant, so
Probably not great.
I would hazard a guess not being too great, no.
Okay, in this dream, Dee is chasing Sally through Kingsford Comprehensive. The thing is, every time they see her, she's just going around the corner and start like the school's getting like that MC Escher kind of like architecture going on. So like you go around the corner and you're up on the wall and see her, and she's going around the corner on the ceiling, and suddenly you're going downstairs, but upside down, whatever. It's a twisted mess. At the same time, like back there, you can hear like people chasing Dee, and like the sound of like the ground shaking and whatnot. It's like the Boggoth is closing in. Yeah, it's one of those dreams.
Okay, very nice. So you're chasing Sally through the school. The ground is rumbling. You can hear that Boggoth sound. And you begin to notice that things start to speed up. The dream remains the same. You're still chasing Sally, but it just gets quicker and quicker and quicker until you're running around the school in a blur. And as you're running around, you find yourself in the school hall. And inside the school hall is a massive, great big, huge 7-pointed star. And it spins around and around and around right in the middle of the hall. And all of a sudden, you see, filling your whole dreamscape, is this giant black eye. And when I say black eye, I don't mean like the eye's been hit. It's like just a solid black eyeball. And surrounding it is just mottled blue skin. And at that point, as you see that eye, you wake up with a start.
Okay. Well done with these fucking dreams. He looks over at the clock. Like, what time is it?
It's 7:45. You've got about 10 minutes to get to school.
Oh, I slept in too. Great, cool.
Nettles is stood at the foot of the bed. He's got your trousers in his mouth and he's looking up at you expectantly.
Don't get spit on them.
He drops them on the floor.
Dee gets dressed, runs a couple fingers through their hair, pulls their Yankees cap on, and grabs her bag, heads out the door.
Okay, well, before you do so, Uncle Tommy's eating breakfast, and he just reminds you to be back by 7 o'clock.
So, it's like curfew thing?
It's not a
or-
curfew, no. It's just he wants you back so that you can have something to eat.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. No problem. Kind of running late. Catch you later. Not comfortable in this house right now.
So you head out. Now there is one thing that we haven't spoken about that might make your relationship with Uncle Tommy a little bit better. He has noticed you've been a little bit on the forlorn side, and he has, as a small gift, bought you a new bike.
Oh.
He, like, obviously you were riding his old great big huge thing, and he's bought you a rally chopper.
Ooh. All right. I need to tell you.
Okay.
My pops had one of these when I was a teenager.
Really?
It was the coolest thing. It had like the ape hanger handlebars
Yeah, that's
and
the one.
like everything. It was rad.
Yeah. Rally choppers were the height of cool in the 70s. And are still awesome now. But now the only thing that it lacks, and I'm going to let you decide now, Dee, would you like to accessorize it in any way at all?
Man, how do you improve a classic? I might need to think on this.
Can you make a brains roll for me, please?
Oh, I just grabbed a D4. I'm no longer a D4 brains. I'm a D6. I've been studying. That'll be a 1.
What?
Okay, I'm going to let you think about that over the course of the
Okay.
next episode. And we'll come back to this next week. All right, so are you going to school on your bike?
Yeah.
Okay, so you climb
Also,
on.
I think I just thought of what I put on it.
Maybe later. All right.
Fine.
So yeah, you pedal off to school. You're going at a bit of a dash because obviously you don't want to be late again. So let's go to Sean's character, Alex. Where do we first meet Alex?
I guess Alex is probably at their house at this point. I mean, can we reverse time slightly so
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not late for school?
Yes. So you're at your house.
Mm-hmm.
What, having breakfast, getting ready?
Having breakfast. I imagine that my mum is on the other side of the table with a great big pile of paperwork, and they're just sort of leafing through that. And my dad's probably just finishing up the washing. I imagine we've probably had like pancakes or something in the morning. And then I'm just getting ready to go to school now. So I've got my backpack. I've put my cheese sandwich in there. I've got a cheese sandwich. And I've put that on, and I'm getting ready to probably, I guess, use my bike to get to the school. As long as I'm okay to have a bike. I mean, the name of the...
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
Actually,
that's all
before
right
you do so, your father turns around and says, "Alex, would you like a lift into school this morning? I've got to head into town to do a few things."
Okay, Dad, that's fine.
All right, so you get into the car. What car do the Hinkleys drive?
This requires me to have knowledge of cars, Jimmy. I don't have knowledge of cars. I don't even drive.
Do you not?
No, I do not drive. Having lived in cities most of my life, I've not needed to. But give me I guess it'd be sort of like middle of the range.
Yeah, like what I'm picturing is like a station wagon, but I don't know if those were particularly popular over there.
Station wagons weren't a big thing.
Yeah.
The closest equivalent for the 70s would have been a Volvo estate.
Back in the 70s, they were really into big cars, like Cadillacs and station wagons and whatnot.
With all that wood paneling along the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that was a very popular middle class car, and like if you ask me, a pretty sweet ride too.
I think, a black Volvo estate or something would make sense. I think it's black.
Okay.
It's definitely black.
You climb into your car, and Mr. Hinkley drives you off to school. What's the drive like for you? In fact, just talk to me. What's your relationship like with your dad?
It's distant. My dad often is not at the house. He's too busy doing it because his like job. I think that my mum and dad are like bankers,
Okay.
so his job takes him all around the world for like international finance and stuff. I guess I don't really know. Like I have a basic understanding of what they do, but they don't really tell me very much. But my relationship with my dad and my mum has somewhat soured since we moved to Marsh Haven, because I had to move away from everything that I knew and to this little coastal town. So I'm still a little bit grumpy about it. So I imagine I'm just sort of sitting there looking out the window, watching all of as we go down King's Way, just looking at all the houses going by and sort of just like not being particularly happy, but not being that sad either, just very melancholy.
Okay, so you're driving down the road. The radio's on. You can hear the somewhat irritating voice of Lazarus Chase. We call him Lazarus Chase?
This guy, yeah, this guy really, really bugs me. I've taken to listening to my cassette tapes a lot more than I normally would, because I'm used to the radio in London being quite nice. But this Lazarus Chase guy, like something about him rubs me up the wrong way.
Okay, I mean,
you're really ahead of the curve with some cassette tapes. Dang.
We had a very long conversation about technology in 1974. So Sean does have the Sony TC110 portable cassette recorder. And as you're listening to it, you feel a tap on the side of your arm as your dad's trying to get your attention.
Okay, I jump up and I go, what? Yeah, what's up, Dad? What's wrong? What's up?
You know, it would be nice if you talked to me once in a while, rather than just putting your headphones on and listening to that nonsense music all the time. And by nonsense, I mean royalty free.
I was about to say David Bowie. This is Kevin MacLeod. He's the biggest artist out there.
Look, you've barely said a word to us since we moved here. How's
You barely told me that we were going to be moving here in the first place. How long did I have before I found out that I was going to be coming here? A week.
Look, I've explained it already to you, Alex. We have to go in order to make the money to keep you in the lifestyle that you're accustomed to. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
But the lifestyle I'm accustomed to is not in this little town. I'm used to living in London.
Well, you just need to try and get used to it. It's not so bad. I mean, sure, it's a little bit quiet, but, you know, have you actually made an effort to make any friends yet?
I've been trying. I've been talking with people at school, but like most of the time, they just want to like see the cassette player and stuff. It's not quite the same as things were back when I was in London.
Well, just make a bit of effort. That's all I'm asking you to do. Bring some friends over. I want to know more about what's going on with you. Not just see you first thing in the morning and then that's it. Your mother and I worry.
There's nothing to be worried about. It's just I'm just getting used to this place, you know? Getting used to it.
Fine.
Taking a while.
You kind of eventually get to Anna Kingsford and the car pulls over. And your dad says to you, look, just he fishes into his wallet and hands you £1 note. I'm going to be working late tonight, so take this for the bus and have some chips on the way or something, because your mother will be with me as well.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
He pulls off. D, can you make a flight roll for me?
Yeah.
And Sean, can you make a flight roll for me as well?
My dad's really bad at driving.
That'd be a 4.
Flight roll for me is D20. 16.
Ooh. Alex, as you begin to...
So that's a 1. Scroll down.
Oh, no, it's a 1. Oh, no.
I was going to say, 16. Where did you get 16?
It's because I rolled 1 earlier. Oh, no. I'm going to die.
You got a 1.
I've been here for 2 minutes. I'm going to die. I got a 1.
Trip on the first stair, bust your nose.
Oh God!
Is that your first roll as well, Sean?
That's my first roll with a D20.
Okay.
This character's gonna die. Oh no!
To be fair, it's technically a 2.
Is it?
Yeah, you do get a +1 to flight.
Okay, I get a 2.
And sorry, Eve, you got 4, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Alex, you step out of the car, and as you do, a bike comes hurtling towards you. And as luck would have it, the bike manages to swerve out of the way. But you, in your effort to...
You're going to break my cassette player?
No.
You're about to break my cassette player?
Not yet, no. In your effort to kind of move out of the way of the bike, you fall ass over tit straight into the gutter where your dad was previously parked.
Oh.
There's a few kids hanging around at the entrance, and they all burst into fits of laughter. The cyclist didn't even stop. They swerved and they cycled straight through onto the playground and over towards the bike sheds.
Okay. Can I roll charm to see whether or not I can sort of brush it off?
Yeah, go on then.
Here we go again. Oh, for... Ah! No, it's a 2, so I don't. What is happening today? No, it's a 2, so I clearly don't.
No, so that's 2 adversity tokens. You get yourself up. You manage to keep a stiff upper lip.
Do I with a 2? Is it like dripping with mud?
You're looking a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look a bit chuffed.
Yeah, I mean,
a bit chuffed.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd have got a 1, you'd have probably burst into tears. But with a 2, you're just kind of head down, heading straight into school, just doing your best not to make eye contact with anyone because you will lose it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You got a bit that little lip quiver. Where it's just like one bad thing to set it off.
Oh, it's quivering. Yeah, there's a quiver. Most definitely.
Okay, so you're both headed into class. Do you want to be in the same class as one another?
I'm fine with that.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
Question is, did I see who ran me over? Or almost ran me over? Or was I just too preoccupied with the embarrassment of rolling a 1 and a 2?
I'll tell you what, make a grit roll for me.
All right. Grit is D8. Here we go. Please. 7! That's more like it. That's better.
That's pretty good.
You're pretty sure that was the American kid in your class that you haven't really had a great deal to do with?
Yeah, you definitely saw the hat.
Am I in front or behind you in the class?
I think D sits in the back. I mean, even if it's if it's chosen seats, D's definitely in the back. If it's alphabetical, D's also in the back.
I think I probably am shooting evils occasionally.
So what do you want to do? You're the bell at this point. The bell has rung to call you in for registration. So what do you want to do, Alex?
So I've gone in. I imagine I'm sitting down where I normally sit, and as D comes in, I'm just sort of glaring at them.
D's not paying attention.
I imagine I've cleaned myself off a little bit. I've still got probably a great big mud patch on my butt, but I've taken my jumper and wrapped it around my waist to try and avoid the patch being too obvious.
Okay, no problem. D, what's your friendship situation like at the moment?
Pretty much non-existent. Most of these friends have disappeared and they've got acquaintances, but in the past couple weeks they haven't really said much to them unless they were tried to talk to them. Unless someone says, "Hey," he's not been really saying anything back.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. You've both sat down. The dreaded Mrs. Nocturne comes in to take the register. She does the register and sends you on your way. All right, so we've got a couple of classes, then a break time, then a couple more classes, then a lunchtime, then another class, and then the end of school. Is there anything at that point that you guys want to specifically do?
Offhand, I can't think of anything that Dee's been doing. If Alex has been paying attention to Dee, Dee has pretty much just been like nose deep in some weird textbook and like taking lots of notes from it.
All right, no problem. What textbook is it?
I don't know specifically, but I think Dee's just been like picking up like any book they can get their hands on that has to do with like anything even like faintly magical or legend or myth related,
Okay.
or especially anything to do with like fae type stuff.
All right, cool. Can I also ask, has the done any magic since?
I don't think they've like done much. They definitely like after they woke up and like everything was weird, they tested the eye thing to make sure that it still worked.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that like this all wasn't some big weird coma dream or something.
All right, awesome. Alex, is there anything that you want to do?
I imagine I've been slowly but surely over the day psyching myself up to confront D.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
So we get to the end of school. You're just on your last lesson and you're clearing up. What subject are you in?
Biology.
You're in the science lab. It's as you would expect, big wooden benches, like gas taps every second chair. But you're not using any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, no, you never use that stuff.
And you're kind of just all in the process of packing your things away. Sean, you're getting yourself ready to confront the moment you get out of class.
Oh, my face has been like steadily becoming pinker as the day goes by. I've been spending the whole day seething. I'm British. It would take me at least like 5 to 6 hours to build up enough rage to confront someone about something.
Like it's a very conscious effort. It's like, now is my time to be mad.
Now is my time to be mad. And then as a British person, I back down immediately, which is accurate.
Before the bell goes, though, a first year boy comes into class and hands your teacher a note. He glances down at the note. Children, just a small announcement. Is there anybody here who's recently seen Mr. Maguire? Ellis. People will kind of shake their head. Ellis Maguire is in the year below you at school. You'd probably seen him around or heard of him, but you don't make any connection about it. It's not really that important to you. There's a lot of kind of general noise because it's getting to the end of the day, and the teacher says once again, children, this is important. Have any of you seen Ellis? It appears he didn't come home yesterday and nobody's seen him at school today. Everybody just kind of shrugs. Make brains rolls for me.
Is Dee in this class?
Yeah.
Okay. Dee's writing that name down in their notebook. It's a 2.
And Sean?
I want to get
5.
above a 4 on my brain.
Dee, you're too busy writing the name in the book to think anything serious about it. Sean, you've heard some of the other kids talk about Ellis before. Ellis is a known scallywag. He has been known to play truant. It's not a massive surprise to anybody that he's disappeared. The teacher hands the note back to the kid, who darts off. And straight after that, the bell rings.
Dee's taken off and just pushing past Alex.
Alex, when do you plan on doing this?
I imagine the moment we get out of the classroom door, I tap them on the shoulder and I'm like, hey, you knocked me in a puddle this morning. Apologize, please.
All right, then. Let's play this out.
Okay. Sorry. Dee just keeps walking.
Is that it? Is that what you're gonna say? Like, I am covered head to toe with mud right now.
Well, What do you mean to do? Dust you off?
I don't know. I've spent I mean, you didn't even see me coming this morning, and you just not going to apologize. You didn't apologize earlier, and I don't know what I wanted here, but it just, I'm kind of just angry and mad that you did that and then just didn't pay attention. What's up with you?
You kind of like opened up your door and like jumped out right in front of me without even looking. So I ain't taking the blame for that one. Yeah, if you don't mind, kind of busy, got a lot of notes to take and like plans and stuff to make.
About what? What are you doing?
None of your business. Don't worry about it.
Do you have the notes out in front of you?
I mean, they're in a notebook that's closed. But
Can
like, you could probably see the book that they're holding.
Can I roll to take a peek and see what's going on?
Make a grit roll for me.
Okie pokey. 5.
You glance down at the notebook and you can see
on the outside it's just written, "D's super secret spy stuff. Don't touch."
The only way you can describe them are esoteric symbols drawn on the front of the book. You can see that it's related to quote unquote magic.
Okay.
D, are you hanging around?
I imagine Dee's like just kept on walking this entire time, and like Alex just keeps trying to get in front of them to stop them, and they just like walk around.
Yes, that makes so much sense. Okay, I'm going to sort of I raise an eyebrow and I sort of back off a little bit.
All right, so Dee's gone marching off. Alex, what do you want to do?
So I grab my bike and I think I'm going to try and tail them. Because I want to know what this, like, the book was weird, and I got sort of just like a weird vibe from it.
Well, you haven't got your bike.
Where's my bike? Oh, snap! I don't. Goddamn! Oh, curses me for being lazy this morning.
Just as you're heading out of school, Alex,
I'm gonna have to be sneaky.
You're walking down the corridor, about to go round the corner to go through reception, and as you go round a corner, a figure appears, stands in the way and blocks your way. In front of you is a girl in your year. She's not in your class. You're not sure of her name, but she stands there holding a notebook and carrying a satchel. And she says, hi.
Hi.
It's Alex, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. What do you want? What's up?
Well, the girl looks kind of a little bit awkward and a little bit nervous. She has long blonde hair. She's very smartly dressed, and she has very large green eyes. But I don't know whether you think she's pretty or not, but by conventional standards, she is quite attractive. She says, I was just wondering, me and some of my friends are meeting later. I know you're new in town. Would you like to join us?
Whereabouts?
Well, we were just going to go hang out at Microsoft Park. Obviously, if we might just stay there or go to Wyndham Woods. Not really sure yet, but if you want to join us, you can if you like.
Not to be concerned or anything about people. Can I use an adversity token for my intuitive nature to understand like if this person's being genuine? Because I've had a bad day. I'm still covered slightly in mud, and I don't know if this is one of those sort of like cases because the kids in London are harsh.
Okay, so yeah, you know a prank when.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I've been here. I've done that. I've been around the block a couple of times. I know what's going on.
You take a look at her, and she's kind of fiddling awkwardly with her hands. Her head's down, and she's looking up at you. You would say that she's quite genuine, and she seems interested in you.
Okay. All right. Sure. Why not? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, honestly. It's just if you'd like. I mean, I just look. I mean, Microsoft Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay,
Microsoft Park.
great.
Yeah,
Okay.
wherever the hell that is. Where is Microsoft Park? Because not
It's
been yet.
it's by Honeywell Gardens. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, no, it's nowhere near that. It's near the
You stupid
town
girl!
hall.
You don't know where it is.
Is it about? No, it's not there. It's
Yeah, it's over in this area, I think.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, it's for the listeners, it's over near Apple Drive, right?
That's right.
You're
Yeah.
joking.
This
It's not my fault.
this stems back to episode 1.
But
Oh, I
yeah,
see
it's over near the town hall.
Sure, why not?
You will. Oh, great. Okay, bye. Bye. As she dashes off, you can hear a faint burst of giggles as she comes around the corner. But by the time you get round there, there's nobody there.
Right. I see. That's weird. Oh well. I imagine like Alex at this point is still because Alex is still new to the town.
Mhm.
I don't think would care that much about someone magically disappearing with the giggles.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause-
like they haven't.
They haven't literally disappeared, but no, I mean, like they've gone very fast, and I'm still in that sort of like post moving in haze, even after
Yeah,
a couple
sure.
of weeks. And I'm just like, yeah, all right, whatever. I'll go see them at Microsoft Park tonight, I guess.
She said she'd meet you at 6:00.
Okay, 6:00. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to get not dirty anymore.
Okay.
I'm fed up of the crusty mud all over my legs and other regions.
All right. So you slouch off home. D, what do you do after you leave school?
D heads off to the Elysium junkyard.
Okay. All right. No
to
problem.
Tend to their mystery board.
So I'm assuming that you've been spending quite a bit of time at the last post.
Yes. Splitting their time between trying to figure out how to wire the caboose's electricity to some lighting in the last post. That has presumably not been going well. I'm just going to go ahead and roll this to see. Yeah, it's a 3, so not great. Yeah, so like they've been trying to do that, but they've been a little bit distracted. They've been anticipating Weege figuring that one out.
All right. Well, you've had a lot of time on your hands for the last 5 weeks. So I'm going to ask you to roll brains, and you need to get at least a 4.
No, I just rolled. I got a 3.
No, this isn't to build.
Oh, okay. I'm going to spend an adversity token on that to make it a 4.
Okay, no problem. So you have managed to get your hands on a book of, I don't know, because I'm not very technical in these matters, a book of electricity.
Yeah, like an electrician's manual.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was looking for. So
E is for electricity.
A book of Thor's lightning.
So you have got the means and the know-how in order to achieve hooking the place up with electricity. All you need to do is read and understand the book, but that is going to take time.
D does not do well with like dry text, and like that's what they've been trying to force their way through for like the past 5 weeks, and it has been miserable. Because like even like these books on like magic and fairy tales and monsters and whatnot, they're like, you know what, I'm ready to learn. And then they start reading, it's like, how do you make this stuff one?
Okay, so yeah, so you're heading over to the last post. Now, as we discussed, there hasn't been much action going on over there. You haven't seen hide nor hair of the disciples. However, when you get there today, you pass the train carriage on your way to the post, and you see there's one bike outside.
like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Dee drops their sweet, sweet cherry red rally chopper. And yes, I have been looking at pictures of them because they're just so pretty. And like pulls their bat from their backpack, holding it at the ready as they approach the door. Try to sneak in.
You're trying to sneak in. Okay. Make a grit roll for me.
Oh, that's a 15.
You get to the front door and you can see that it's ever so slightly open. You can hear somebody in the back end of the carriage. The kettle's whistling. They're obviously making themselves a drink. You can get into the carriage, no problem. There's no one in there other than whoever it is in the back of the carriage.
Okay, I'm gonna like approach them and try to get a better look before saying anything.
All right, so you head into the end where they've got like a small kitchenette type thing, and as you get to the doorway, you can see the back of Weege.
Yeah, holy crap, Weege!
He turns around, and you can see 2 cups of tea in his hand. Oh, Dee, I thought I'd be expecting you, and he hands you a cup.
Oh, no way! Y'all had me freaking scared. I thought you were dead or something.
Nah, there's no killing us.
Well, you know, banished or whatever. I don't know. I haven't gotten the angels yet. Sue me.
So what's been going on with you then?
You know, I was just trying to piece together what happened to everyone, why I'm all abandoned and alone, and, you know, like, I don't know how to retrieve Sally from wherever and make sure that no other giant monsters are going to burst out of the ground, and just constantly standing over my shoulders expecting to get like bagged and tagged by somebody. I don't even know. Very tired.
So busy then?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, we've been a little bit busy ourselves. Cassie and the others, we've had to do a little penance, shall we say. You know who wasn't overly happy with our small involvement in what we're calling the incidents over in the cloisters.
No, I don't know who, and I don't really want to know who. So that sucks. I mean, like, are you alright?
Oh yeah, it's just a few more years added to our sentence. We're used to it by now. Anyway, listen, look, we're not going to be around that much at the moment. We've got some pressing tasks at hand. I can understand that you're probably a little bit confused. Big changes have happened.
Putting it lightly.
Between you and me, there's not much we can do about it. Changes have happened and the world just keeps on turning and keeps on ticking. And Dee, you've got to just try to roll with it.
I know. I'm doing my best. It's just a lot all at once.
Look, all I can say is just keep your eyes open. That's all you can do. We don't know. You know who can't even tell us what Cassie's feather may have done. I know what happened, and you know what happened. Cassie knows what happened, but it seems that nobody else does. And until we can get an inkling as to how the world has coped with this little incident, we all just need to keep on our toes. Savvy?
Oh, yeah. No, like, dude, I've been going around trying to, like, catalog everything that's changed and moved and everything. Dee, like, holds up their notebook. And, like, I'm trying to just get all this thing all mapped out. I don't know if you've been over in the post, but, like, I've got, like, a wall thing going on. And, like, I've never seen anyone do this before. But, like, I started, like, putting strings and connecting the dots, like, very literally, and it's like this whole visual thing, like, you get a kick out of it.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll come in and have a look sometime. Listen, anyway, like I said, I'm gonna be to and fro in. I'm not gonna be around much, so I've got a little bit of a favour to ask you.
Yeah, What's up?
Just if you happen to be around the Elysium and any deliveries come in, just take receipt of things for us. Obviously, we'll put you on the books. How does £1 a week sound?
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're screwing me over, but I guess it depends on how many packages you're getting.
Well, you know, there'll be the odd people just chucking their junk in. If you can just try and keep things fairly organised, and you know, obviously help yourself to anything that you might be of any use to you. But
I mean, if I got free access to the junk, all right.
All right, listen.
Depending on how much of a pain in the butt it is, y'all might end up having to pay me more. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give you the Flynn discount for now.
You're a shrewd business person, D. I like it. All right, listen. I've got to go. We got tasks to get on with ourselves. All right, so I'll see you later. Enjoy your tea.
Have a good one, man.
Okay, and we're going to leave you there for just a second. Alex.
Yeah.
So you're back home.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I'm not initially gonna have a shower.
Mm-hmm.
First thing to do.
Change your pants.
Then get ready to go to Microsoft Plaza, I guess.
Microsoft Park?
Yeah. I saw Phoenix Plaza on the map, and that was what.
All right. Yep. So you get yourself ready. Your parents aren't in. They're normally home by the time you get back from school.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, they don't seem to be in today.
All right. I go in. I guess I walk around the house for a minute and go, Mum, Dad.
No answer.
No answer. And I'm like, okay, fine. Possibly run into the kitchen and just like drink some stuff from the fridge.
A cabbage.
Oh, drink an entire cabbage. No.
You normally don't do this. It's just because like you always get yelled at every time it happens.
Yes.
You just like chugging from the milk and then just immediately go into the orange juice.
Yes, exactly. It's that kind of situation.
Have a cheeky Nesquik.
Have a cheeky Nesquik, eat an entire cabbage. And then I go upstairs, have my shower, go to my room. I get my bag open and I check my cassette tape is okay from the day at school. And I resign it to my desk in my room.
Okay, you're not taking it with you?
Absolutely not. Not after this morning. That was a close call.
Putting it into an airtight sealed box.
Yeah, it's going back in the box. It's
Lock it
never
with
coming
a key
out. It's
code.
safe. No, it's on my desk now. It's nice and safe. And I maybe like flop on my bed for like half an hour, and I'm just sort of wasting time whilst I'm waiting. I mean, how long will it take for me to get to the park?
Maybe about 20 minutes.
Okay, so I'll probably just sort of like put on some royalty-free music and lie on the bed and just have a think for a while. I'm just like staring up at like I guess I'll probably like a poster of some sort of band on my roof.
You're doing that like a Stranger Things, or not Stranger Things, Life is Strange thing.
Classic, yeah. No, that classic sort of staring up at the ceiling, feeling a bit angsty.
It's the end of Days to Confuse when the kid puts the massive headphones on and just
Pretty
starts listening to Aerosmith.
Except headphones kind of haven't like properly been invented yet. At least the good ones that I got.
Yeah.
I've got really crap ones, I imagine, like little wire ones, because they're so expensive. But like I'm just staring at the ceiling, and I guess the music's playing loudly because my parents aren't home, so there's no point in worrying.
Okay. What sort of music does Alex like to listen to?
I think he likes. I think he because this is what in David Bowie's heyday, isn't it?
This is actually a little bit before Bowie got famous. I think
no, like Bowie's known, but it's before kind of Ziggy Stardust and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess
Ziggy
it is
Stardust,
England at the time. I don't think he picked up in the States until early 80s.
Hang on a minute, no, Ziggy Stardust was 1974.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, it was cutting edge. I was a hipster. I'm absolutely a hipster. But like a 1970s hipster, so I knew Ziggy Stardust before it was cool. Yeah, no, I'm definitely listening to that kind of thing. Standard. It's not really pop, Is it pop music back then?
It is.
I guess it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is pop.
It's surreal thinking of that as pop music when what we've got today. Like, yeah, no, I'm definitely kind of into the kind of pop music. I'd say
Okay.
I'm very generic in that sense.
Okay.
Although I knew Ziggy Stardust before it was cool.
It's not Ziggy Stardust. Yeah. It's Diggy Brabus.
Diggy Brabus. No,
yeah.
I really don't like that name. Let's not ever.
He's a carman.
He's a milkman waiting in the sky. Yeah, he does songs about like odd jobs and everyday jobs. He's very niche. But I like him because he makes me laugh.
Okay, all right. So we'll just leave you listening to.
Well, I was saying, whilst I'm lying there, I'm probably like thinking about the weird stuff that I saw on that book.
What are your thoughts then?
Oh, so it was just weird. Like I went from being really mad to like immediately being super cowardly because most of the time I would just yell at someone and then they go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just sort of walked off without really acknowledging me, which has really perturbed me. I'm in a perturbed mood. And seeing that, like the weird, like symbols I've never seen before, I'm just like, that's kind of odd. And I'm just sort of, it's going around in the back of my head. I'm not quite like focusing on anything. I'm just like going, that's weird. That was really strange. There's something odd about that one and the book.
I'm going to leave you just there for a second, Sean. No, in fact,
sure.
So we're going to say time passes and you start to make your way over to Microsoft Park. D, you're obviously hanging around for a little while.
Do you need a reason for me to go through Microsoft Park? Because I've got one.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking you might want to go for a long bike ride.
Yeah. Well, recently Dee's been trying to figure out the ley lines.
Okay.
In the city, and like they've seen them on the map, but they've been trying to like plot them out on foot and see if they can find anything weird. And so like, yeah, we gotta absolutely have Dee going through there, like pushing their bike with like trying to like look at a map at the same time to make sure they're on the right path.
Okay, so at about 5:45, Alex, you are cycling down King's Way. There's a small cut across that you can use that will bring you over to the park itself. As you're about, I don't know, maybe 100 yards away from the entrance to the park, you can see a familiar figure on a familiar chopper bike holding a map.
Where are they going? Which way are they going?
I think they're walking just like south through the park, occasionally stopping and holding up the map and kind of like doing a quick circle and double checking like landmarks.
All right, can I spy on them a minute? Oh, go on.
Just to give you an idea of what this park looks like, so it's a large field with a gate and a fenced area, and the actual play park itself is slap bang in the middle. So you would either need to leave your bike and walk across the field or just take your bike along with you. D is currently sort of at the edge of that field.
Are the people I'm supposed to be meeting around yet?
You glance over towards the park itself and you can see a flash of blonde hair. And you notice the girl, and she's standing. There's a roundabout and a seesaw and a set of swings and a little kind of almost like a playhouse, which is designed for smaller children. And she's kind of leaning up against this playhouse. D is between the park and yourself.
Has the girl noticed me yet?
She doesn't seem to have.
I think I'm going to, like, because it's not 6 yet, is it?
Not quite, no.
And a wizard arrives precisely on time. I'm going to leave my bike where it is. I'm going to sort of like attach it to a fence or something. And then I'm going to sort of sneak across the field and see what's going on with D and the map. It's suspicious. And I'm feeling suspicious and also still a little bit sort of like my pride is somewhat bruised, and so is my ass. So I'm in that sort of like bruised mode where I'm sort of, I want to know what they're doing.
Okay. All right. No problem. So you make your way over towards D. D, can you make a grit roll, please?
Is Nettles with me?
Yes, Nettles is padding around by your feet.
All right, so yeah, Alex can definitely see that D occasionally just like turns and starts talking to the dog. And I know, like Nettles doesn't really respond much to me. That'll be a 13.
This is suspicious.
As you're plotting out the ley lines, you look up and you see. I mean, there's nowhere for him to conceal himself. Alex is marching across the field towards you.
Is Alex kind of doing like that, like little like crouch walk type
Absolutely,
thing, where
yes.
like you're trying to sneak, and it's very obvious that that's what you're doing.
And there's creeping music.
I'm like do 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 do. And I'm sort of like not quite looking in your direction, but it's really obvious I'm looking in your direction, but I'm not in that kind of way.
Do you just kind of like stares at him for a moment and like cocks their head and like turns around to see if like maybe there's somebody behind them, and turns back and kind of like shrugs and does that little sup nod.
I sort of double take in shock that I've been noticed with my incredible ninja skills, and I then do the sup nod as well. And I go, so what are you doing? What's going on? What's this?
Do you like lowers the map and narrows their eyes? It's like, what do you want to know?
Yeah, make a brains roll. Add 3.
You really want me to get this one? That'll be a 7.
This is the second time you've encountered this boy today. In almost as many hours.
Wait a minute.
Third time, technically.
Well, yeah, third time.
I mean, the first time was more collision-y, but...
Why are you following me? Why you always been around today, huh? These like reach their hand up behind their back towards like the opening in their backpack. It is very clear that there's a baseball bat in there.
I'd just like to say that +3 was for paranoia.
Oh, thank you. These got their hand on their baseball bat and like they're taking a stance.
Oh god, do I have any skills to counter this?
I mean, he hasn't drawn the bat.
No, but I'm wondering if I can calm you down.
You can try a charm him.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I've got that D10. That's an 8. I'm saying like, just like, calm down. I'm not going to yell at you about what happened earlier. I'm not mad. I want to know what you're doing.
You're following me though. Is this some sort of trick?
I'm not following you. I was here to see some friends over there. Like, I'm not following you. I just happened to be here.
You're gonna try to like cast any how aware are you of the dark magics?
All of a sudden, you hear a massive scream.
Which way? From which way?
It's coming from the park.
Oh, snap. I turn around in shock. What's going on?
Yeah, D's got their bat out.
Just as you turn around, you see the girl who was stood by the little playhouse. All of a sudden, she is... Oh, the only way you can describe it is she is sucked through the door. It looks like an invisible force pulls her up. She doubles over and she's just pulled straight through into the house.
Dark magics! D throws her bike down and runs over.
Dark what? What? I sort of tentatively follow.
Yeah, no, D's going over there, bat in hand. I'm assuming I don't have my super cool bat mods anymore. Those were in the other backpack.
They were in your new backpack, weren't they?
Yeah.
So you would have them.
I didn't get the new backpack. I got the old... Or wait,
no.
That's right. I got I mixed up my backpacks. Cool. I've got... Yeah. I should... In that case, I should point out, D definitely has, like, their tool belt on with all their cool stuff. And, like, yeah, as they're running over, they're putting like the big heavy weighted ring onto their bat.
Okay, can you both make flight rolls for me, please? Let's just see who gets there first.
I'm flabbergasted right now.
So it's 12 total.
17.
Dang.
Okay, so
Although I don't think I go in front of D.
are you letting D go first?
Yeah, because I'm flabbergasted right now. I'm like D said dark magics, and I just saw a kid get
dark magics, and like they're modifying their weapon on the fly.
I'm just like, what the hell's going on? I guess I'm sort of like, because I'm faster than them clearly, but I'm sort of doing that sort of jog, walk, run thing, like confused.
In which case, then, I'll say that both of you get there at the same time because you're holding back Alex. D, what do you want to do?
These pulling their flashlight off their belt and turning it on as like they're prepping the bat and looking into the clubhouse.
You point the torch into the house. It's completely empty. The only thing that you find is a small pile of acorns and what looks like 3 long gouges going along the side of one of the walls of the house. And I think we're going to leave it there tonight.
My girlfriend's gone.
How's that, guys?
Ah,
That was pretty good. I'm excited.
That was quite. I quite liked it. It kind of went a little bit slice of life.
Yeah.
For a while, which was quite nice. I was like, hang on, nothing weird's going on. This is too strange. I don't understand.
It's fine. It's nice to have a bit of slice of life. Like,
Yeah.
I've only just got to the town. Nothing weird's happening yet. I can't be weird if nothing weird's happening.
This is
Yeah,
true.
no, D's the weird thing.
I was naturally drawn to the weird thing.
Before we sign off, then, is there anything that folks want to plug this week or share with us?
Not much, although we're almost about to hit 20,000 downloads on Omen.
Holy
If
Come
you
on,
wanna
Brits on Bikes listeners.
contribute to that monstrosity, then feel free to. That'd be great. But other than that, nah, I'm good. I'm right. I'm glad to be playing for once.
Okay, and it's all right, is it, Sean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course
Cool.
it is. I think so. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
I'm
hope.
having fun.
And Eve, you got anything that you want to?
Once again, check out Seasons over on Critical Bets. It's fun. Their show is also a lot of fun and
Yes,
highly
it is.
recommended. Other than that, my show is almost definitely still not out because I'm very, very lazy about editing.
Also, interesting fact: as of this Sunday, and it will probably have gone by the time this airs, will be our 1-year anniversary.
Damn.
I know. I can't
Yay.
believe it. Be nice if we got to 10,000 downloads by then, but I don't think that's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
I'll send some people your way.
We're at about, I think we're at about 6 or 7, so not
can
a
do
million
it.
miles off. 4 days, 10,000.
See,
4 days, 10,000. We can do this.
so we're too niche.
Yeah, we're very niche. All right. So, as always, I'm Jimmy Sprinkles. That's Jimmy Sprinkles with 2 S's at the end. You can reach me on Twitter there. And you can reach us on Brits on Bikes, which is at Brits_bikes. We do have a Discord. You can grab the link from either the show notes or our Twitter page. But thank you for sticking with us. And we hope that this is the beginning of a very exciting time for season 2. So, from Eve, it's...
Peace out.
And from Sean, it's...
Auf Wiedersehen.
And from me, Jimmy Sprinkles, saying, keep on biking.
Brits on Bikes is steered by the Kids on Bikes RPG by Doug Lewandowski and Jonathan Gilmore. For more information on the game, visit renegadegamestudios.com. Brits on Bikes featured Eve Smith as T, Sean Oxspring as Alex, and Jimmy Sprinkles as the GM. To keep up with all the latest BOB news, you can follow us on Twitter at Brits_Bikes. To unlock exclusive BOB content, you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/BritsOnBikes. Help us share Alex and Dee's adventures by reviewing us on iTunes, Podchaser, or anywhere you get your podcasts. And remember, keep on biking.
Are you a fan of adventure? What about story? Why not both? Forsyth Fantasy Hour is an RPG podcast where a group of friends and family play tabletop games with one another with the intent of telling an excellent narrative. It's like family game night, except with a lot more pop culture references, and only occasionally everyone cries over the loss or return of a fictional character. But who knows? Maybe your family is just like ours. Check out Forsyth Fantasy Hour every other Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts.